If you woke up tomorrow with 17 million rand invested for retirement, would you feel safe? Most people would say a definite yes. I'm set for life. But here's the truth. I've met South Africans with more than that, 20 million, 30 million or more, who still run out of cash flow, pay unnecessary tax, or live with constant anxiety about money. Because the problem isn't how much you have, it's what you do with it. In this video, I'll be revealing why having 17 million rand doesn't automatically guarantee financial freedom, and why many South Africans with that kind of wealth still end up struggling in retirement. Welcome back to the Family Wealth YouTube channel. My name is Hardy Swart. I'm the Managing Director at Family Wealth Custodians. Over the years, I've worked with countless families who've built impressive portfolios, often 10, 20 million rand or even more, but still face cash flow stress, tax inefficiencies, and poor investment outcomes once they stop working. And I've learned something important. Wealth without a clear strategy often leads to disappointment, no matter how large the number is. Before we get started, we have a dream to impact more than 1 million South Africans to make informed financial decisions, and you can help make this a reality by liking this video, subscribing to the Family Wealth YouTube channel, and if you think there's someone in your life that might need some clarity, by sending the video to them. And then one last thing, like always, please remember this video is for educational purposes only. It doesn't constitute personal financial advice. Please speak to a certified financial planner or a relevant professional before making any big financial decisions. A few weeks ago, a client told me proudly, Hardy, I've made my goal, 15 million rand. Now I can finally relax. That's huge, a very big achievement. But here's the truth. Hitting your number doesn't mean you're ready to retire, because the challenge shifts from accumulation to distribution. When you're saving, you think about how much you can add. When you retire, you need to know how much can you safely take out after tax, after inflation, and without running out of money. If you keep the same accumulation mindset, two things can happen. You get overconfident and start withdrawing too much, too early, or you become fearful and spend too little, missing out on the years when you're still healthy enough to enjoy it. Both scenarios can lead to regret, financial or emotional. Let's illustrate this with a simple example. Imagine two retirees, both with 17 million rand invested through a combination of living annuities, retirement annuities, and discretionary portfolios. Retiree A has a plan. He uses a guardrail and bucket strategy. 2 years of income in cash and income funds, 3 to 5 years in moderate bonds or income portfolios, and the rest in long-term growth assets like equities and offshore funds. He currently draws around 4.4% per year, adjusts annually for inflation, and pays his income tax up front, so there's no surprises. Retiree B, on the other hand, has no income strategy. He's always been a good saver, so he assumes his 17 million rand will take care of itself. The first year, he withdraws 1 million rand for lifestyle expenses, another 500,000 rand for a new car, and 400,000 rand for an overseas trip with his family. By the end of year one, his withdrawal is nearly 2 million rand, over 11% of his portfolio. And because most of that income came from discretionary sources where he triggered capital gain on the proceeds when he actually withdrew those funds, he ended up with a large tax bill that he owed SARS at the end of the financial year. Now add a negative market year and suddenly his portfolio could drop below 14 million rand within 12 months. That's how quickly the numbers can shift, even for those who start strong. One of the biggest traps I see among wealthy retirees is poor withdrawal sequencing. Most South Africans have investments spread across tax-deferred vehicles like retirement annuities, pension or provident preservation funds, or living annuities, tax-free investments like tax-free savings accounts, and discretionary investments such as unit trusts or offshore portfolios. Where you draw from first matters and can change your lifetime tax bill dramatically. For many, the optimal sequence is use discretionary or liquid investments first. That's funds that you've already paid tax on. If you have enough discretionary savings and you're able to make a disallowed contribution, then withdrawing the tax-free income from your living annuity might make sense. Then draw from living annuities where the income portion will be taxed. Preserve your tax-free savings and growth assets for later years. But if you draw only from your living annuity and ignore tax efficiency, you can easily pay hundreds of thousands more in unnecessary taxes over time. There's another mistake I often see, what I call emotional withdrawal. You see a market dip, you panic and move everything to cash. Or someone pitches a guaranteed high return investment and you take about R1 million to chase it. But both can be disastrous. One locks in your losses, the other exposes you to risk of liquidity traps. That's why having a disciplined, predefined withdrawal plan with clear buckets for short, medium and long-term needs is essential. In South Africa, withdrawals from your living annuity is fully taxable as income at your marginal tax rate, anywhere from 18 to 45%. So if you draw R1 million per year, you could easily lose 300 to 400,000 Rand in taxes. And while SARS doesn't force withdrawals, legislation limits you between 2.5% and 17.5% of your living annuity capital each year. That range gives you flexibility, but it also hides dangers because many retirees start high and forget that inflation, longevity, and medical cost will deplete that money far quicker than you think. Here's a key opportunity that many retirees miss. If you made disallowed contributions to your retirement annuity, meaning you contributed more than the 27.5% annual deduction limit, those amounts can be claimed back tax-free under Section 10C when you start drawing from your living annuity. It's one of the most powerful tax relief tools for South Africans in retirement. Used correctly, it can reduce your taxable income and extend your portfolio life. We've done a dedicated video on how disallowed contributions and Section 10C works. You'll find the link in the description below. Let's talk about one of the biggest silent portfolio destroyers, medical inflation. According to Discovery and Stats SA data, general inflation averages around 5 to 6% over the long term, but medical inflation averages about 9 to 12% annually for the past decade. That means your medical aid contributions that cost you 8,000 Rand today could exceed 20,000 Rand a month within 10 years, before adding gap cover or chronic care costs. Later in life, private frail care facilities in South Africa cost between 30 to 50,000 Rand per person per month, depending on your level of care. Even for a high net worth retiree, those costs can erode savings quickly, if not pre-planned. That's why we often create the healthcare reserve bucket, a separate pool of conservative investments earmarked specifically for medical and long-term care costs. For many affluent South Africans, a large portion of their wealth sits in retirement annuities and pension funds. When you pass away, these are subject to Section 37C of the Pension Funds Act, meaning fund trustees decide how benefits are distributed among dependents. This can create delays or unintended outcomes. In addition, although living annuities are excluded from estate duty, they can still create liquidity strain if your spouse needs immediate access to funds. That's why integrating your retirement income plan with your estate and liquidity plan is essential, not optional. So how do you turn 17 million Rand into reliable, inflation-adjusted income that lasts 30 years or more? Here's the family wealth framework we use with clients. First, we calculate your true after-tax income need. Include lifestyle, travel, medical and insurance costs. Next, apply the bucket strategy. Short-term bucket invested in cash and income funds for stability. Your medium-term bucket invested in conservative or moderate growth funds. And your long-term bucket invested in equities and offshore investments. Integrate all income. This could be living annuity drawdowns, discretionary income, rental or offshore income, and tax-free savings returns. Plan for healthcare and frail care costs early. Here we often recommend setting aside a separate reserve fund to cover these costs. Optimize your tax annually. Use things like Section 10C, tax-free savings accounts, endowment, sinking funds, or other offshore wrappers for tax efficiency. Review annually and adjust as your circumstances change. Adjust for inflation, market shifts, and lifestyle changes. This is how you transform a lump sum into a lifetime income plan. At the end of the day, retirement is about freedom and not spreadsheets. It's about knowing that your lifestyle is sustainable, that your taxes are optimized, and that your family is protected. That's a real peace of mind. If you want help turning your retirement savings into reliable, inflation-adjusted income and avoiding the tax and sequencing mistakes that quietly erode your wealth, click the link in the description below and book a complimentary exploration call with one of our team members. We'll analyze your current plan, highlight the risks, and help you build your family wealth retirement master plan for a secure, purpose-driven retirement. I'm Hardy Swart. This is Family Wealth. Keep investing into your future.